Today's episode is supported by our friends at the Heinz History Center and their exhibit, Pittsburgh's Hidden History. All the curators got to bring up some of their favorite pieces, all from storage, and a lot of these items are on display for the very first time. You will see a mini dress made of aluminum, old menus from local restaurants, the nostalgia, and a spooky vampiress from an old Kennywood ride. It is such a cool peek into Pittsburgh's past and also the minds of our Heinz History Center curators. And remember, kids 17 and under get free admission to the museum every single day, thanks to the Cayman Free for Kids initiative. For more information and to plan your visit HeinzHistoryCenter.org. Today's episode is supported by the Frick Museum and Gardens. This is the final week to catch their exhibit, The Scandinavian Home, Landscape and Lore, so there's only a few days left to check out this cozy collection. The exhibit is full of magic thanks to princesses, gnomes, and other mythical creatures, so it's a great place to take your whole family. It's also the biggest private collection of Scandinavian art outside of Scandinavia, so there is a lot to browse, like furniture, paintings, sculpture, and more. The Fricks exhibit is the first time all of these objects have been publicly displayed together, so it's definitely worth spending a chilly winter day inside a warm and cozy gallery. This Sunday, January 11th, is your last chance to see the Scandinavian Home, Landscape, and Lore. Get your tickets at thefrickpittsburgh.org. This is CityCast Pittsburgh. I'm Megan Harris, and here's what Pittsburgh's talking about. It's a new year full of new dreams, new goals, and new restaurants that I have not been to yet. I'm here with producer Sophia Lowe. Hello.
Hello.
And PG food critic and CityCast contributor Hal B. Klein. Welcome back to the family.
What an exciting thing. Very happy to be back here again.
You are going to help all of us make our wish list for Pittsburgh food in 2026. Y'all, please do stick around to the end, too, because we're going to kick things to executive producer Mallory Falk, who's talking to PA Preferred, a.k.a. the people behind one of my favorite things in all of Pennsylvania, the annual butter sculpture that's going to be unveiled this weekend. Hal, any predictions as to what the butter's going to be this year?
You know, it's always an exciting moment. It's a thrill that we all wait for.
I know.
And we celebrate epic butter.
There's always going to be an animal. There's always an animal.
I think it's going to be an eagle for America 250.
I like that, yeah.
What if it's a Liberty Bell of butter? Like everything in Pennsylvania is like Philly coded right now.
George Washington butter.
Founding father of butter. Let's talk about food predictions. Not just butter, but like here in Pittsburgh in the restaurant scene. Hal, what do you think we might see in terms of trends in 2026?
So I think the first thing that we're going to notice in 2026 is that it is a year of pizza. Pizza's like everywhere right now.
Pizza again? Like,
yeah.
I'm not sad about it, but I feel like pizza has been the trend for like a year or two.
Pizza's been like around, but now it's like we're seeing pizza fill in all these different neighborhoods. And we're seeing a lot of people who had mobile operations, for example, now. I mean that happened, right, with Alberta's a couple years ago.
And Driftwood before
And Driftwood. But now we're seeing, by my count, at least 3 former mobile places that are going to open in the next month or two.
Okay.
So, and like great ones, like Vitalia up in Cranberry, who are probably my favorite mobile truck of the moment.
I haven't tried them. You're already helping me here, Hal.
They are amazing. They have like a full wood-fired oven in their truck. Their customer service is great, and they're opening up a brick and mortar. It's going to be takeout at first, but they're going to have a dining room eventually.
Okay.
And then Munn's is coming to Brighton Heights, which is very exciting.
I've seen pictures of their pizzas. It looks so good, and I can't wait for them to open because I can't seem to find them when they're out and about.
Yeah, he's not out quite as much as some of the other people. I think some people have like a very regular schedule.
Right.
But so like now you'll be able to find him because he will be there in Brighton Heights. And then La Grassa doing the Every Slice is a Corner Slice. They've been in Lawrenceville mostly a lot doing stuff. And they're going to open in the space that years ago housed the great restaurant Cure.
Oh, okay. Wow. We're finally getting something back in that space.
Yeah, there was a restaurant there for a short time.
But it was so short.
And it was too short. And so hopefully this will stick.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Well, that's really exciting. Okay. So pizza, which I feel like on your part is also like what you hope will happen.
Well, yeah. I mean, my brain is
person.
my brain is also like very pizza oriented. Like, did I wake up the other day and drive out to Greensburg to Slice House? which if you don't know about this place, it was like I don't believe in brunch, but
he didn't say he woke up early.
Yeah.
Good point.
I mean, I woke up, I made a decision, I pre-ordered, which was very smart because they sell out. If you don't know about Slice House, it's in a Shop and Save grocery store, like inside the grocery store in Greensburg. And they are making like New York slices that make me feel like a teenager eating slices in New York. I mean, just fantastic stuff. So yeah, so like, yes, like, do I always wish it's the Euro pizza? Sure. But do I also believe? Oh, and I forgot about Cork and Crust, speaking of pizza. So that's coming to the Oaklander Hotel. This is part of the pizza and trend, which we noticed at the end of this year with, say, Spirit Pizzeria and F&F, where there are places that are based on pizza, but you can get a lot more stuff. So if you don't know Kristen Butterworth, she was the chef at Nemacolin Woodlands Resort and Lautrec for a long time.
I've heard so many good things about her. I've never met her personally, but like I see people talking about her in my feed all the time.
I mean, incredible person. She got Lautrec to 5-star, 5-diamond status for the restaurant. You know, she's capable of really exquisite, really extraordinary fine dining food, but like with a sense of like whimsy and welcome and fun.
Which I feel like you have to thrive in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Like, we like fancy, but we also want to feel at home a little bit. Like,
yeah, we want to hang.
Yeah, you gotta like be like, hey, Jag, like come have this nice meal with me. Like it's got to be both and.
Yeah, and this is going to be at the Oaklander, and it's on the ground floor, which is nice because they have a restaurant and bar called Spirits and Tales, but you go all the way up, which is a decision. And it's a beautiful view, but now you can just kind of pop in, walk in, hopefully. I'm sure it'll be popular. But I'm excited for that because I think she's going to bring something interesting to pizza, but also she's going to bring something very interesting to Pittsburgh.
Okay. So pizza from Hal. Sophia, what about you? What do you want to see? Maybe not a prediction, but like a hope for 2026.
Okay, while we're on pizza, somebody please make me penne vodka pizza. Again, a New Jersey delicacy. I would love that in Pittsburgh. But moving away from pizza, one thing I'd love to see more restaurants do is like just do one or two things really, really well. I don't like a long menu, like something like Dad's Dogs and Burgers, hot dogs, burgers, fries. All of it is fantastic. It is pretty affordable. You are in and out. It's got a cute vibe. More places with cute vibes and just a few really good things.
And teeny tiny menus.
Yeah, I think this is the thing, right? Is like, hopefully this is part of the year where people realize like you can be specialists and you can do that. And you don't have to have a menu that like, just in case someone wants this and just in case someone wants that.
Yeah.
But you can actually really focus on things. So like Dad's is a great example of a place like that opened last year. Polska Alaska is also a place like that, right?
That's so good.
Like she's not trying to reinvent Polish cuisine and do a million things. It's just like really well done stuff with little details like the way the kielbasa is scored.
And I love like the little braids for the pierogi. Like they're just folded so beautifully.
Like all beautiful, but all in service of a really good meal. And also, I shouted this out in my best new restaurants of 2025 story.
Which dropped this week. We will have it in our show notes.
Is her, like the way in this small space, and Dad's does this too, the line management of making people feel very comfortable in a place. When you walk in, you're like, oh no, like I've got an hour for lunch or whatever. And there's a line out the door, and to have someone actually say like, it's going to be fine, trust us. Like, I see you, I notice you, you're on the list. They're leaving, hang out in here, like go take a spin around the block, and like we got you set up.
Yeah, I feel like that front of house like special touch is so important right now. Like again, I mean, maybe it's just like the Pittsburgh nice of it all, but like we want to make sure that like we're taken care of, and the restaurants see and hear that and are actually acting on it.
Yeah, and I mean, you've started to see that. I think last year, going into this year, with people kind of coming back from COVID and really just embracing like a more normal world of dining. And you see it at places that are buzzy like Fat Fisk. They're an incredible place that really knows how to set up an experience. And you see it at a place like Moonlit Burgers. I remember going to a show at PPG Paints, and it was another place with like this like long line. And the owners were like outside, this line around the block being like, we know what time the concert starts. We know you're here. And so they're opening now a fourth location in Garfield.
I'm so excited for that.
Which is very exciting.
They just posted they've got their like signature paint on the wall. They do like these stripy motif. It's super cute, but it's like it's fun to see like the progress coming along.
Yeah, it's really it's great because it shows this very deliberate expansion into something. I think, what happened, I think sometimes is people just like try to like splash in and just like do as much as they can. And I really respect that they've been like step by step growing to make sure that each experience, when you have multiple locations, is going to replicate something that you've had in another location.
Yeah, and I've now had those burgers. They're quite good. I feel like we've jumped into this already, but okay, so what are some of your favorites for 2026? Because like yours is kind of like the best of 2025 openings, but I feel like that speaks to like what maybe our aspirations should be in the next few months. Like what's the new stuff we should be excited for?
Yeah, I mean, Titus, which is coming soon, which is from Chilla Thackeray, who is a chef. You know, one of the things I've noticed is this was sort of the theme of the best new restaurants, but I think it plays forward to people who have paid dues and worked really hard opening something instead of maybe in like the chefy era of the mid 2010s where people were like, I've been a line cook for 3 weeks, so now I'm going to open a restaurant. So,
I mean, good on you if you can get the financial backing to do that, I guess.
But I think it also, you know, it goes to show, and it shows when you have spent time working for other people and had mentorship. When you take your own place, you're going to bring all that knowledge with you. And so Chilla is someone who has like a ton of experience, you know, started at Bar Marco, was at the Vandal, was the chef at Churchview Farm for a couple of years, and now is opening a place in Lawrenceville that's speaking to her Hungarian roots. Should be open sometime in the next like couple of months. It's always hard to tell with these things.
Yeah, I mean, you take your time, Chilla. We're excited to see it when we see it.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a soft opening? Did you get to go?
No.
Okay, maybe I imagined this. I thought I saw something on Instagram.
So, I mean, maybe you did, but also like I also love the manifestation of that too. Like I want to see it.
Yeah, I want to see a lot of soft openings that I'm not invited to.
Oh, Hal, if you're listening to this and you have the potential to invite Hal,
don't invite me. No, I'll come. Don't worry.
No, invite Hal. Don't worry. Also invite us.
Yeah,
we want to come too.
Invite everyone.
This is self-serving. Today's show is brought to you by PA Preferred. PA Preferred makes it easy to choose local and support the farmers who grow and make the food and the products that we rely on every day. It's Pennsylvania's official brand for local, and they say the variety is incredible. Pennsylvania is not just dairy and sweet corn. We are the #1 mushroom-producing state in the country. We've got apples, hops, honey, maple syrup, flowers, even fibers from alpacas and sheep, plus jams, preserves, hardwood products, craft beverages, dog treats, ice cream. If you love it, chances are a Pennsylvania farmer or maker is behind it. If you want to find PA Preferred products near you, start at papreferred.com. You can search for farms, farmers markets, and local producers in your neighborhood. And with the 2026 Pennsylvania Farm Show coming up, it's the perfect time to explore everything our ag community has to offer. This year's theme, Growing a Nation, celebrates how Pennsylvania agriculture has shaped America. And you can see it all at the Farm Show in Harrisburg. I have never been. I have always wanted to go. 6,000 animals, the iconic food court, demos from top PA chefs at the Culinary Connection, and of course, that butter sculpture. Choose local, choose PA Preferred. Visit papreferred.com. That's papreferred.com. Paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars. Okay, Titus, what else is on your list?
So Amboy, Rothencio, who again is a chef who has been in all the kitchens that you've been going to if you've been going to restaurants in Pittsburgh.
He's made the rounds here, friend of the pod. He back when he was talking about his little farm area up on the hilltop, like he's been doing the thing for a while.
Yeah, farms, and he's like experimented. He's Filipino, and he's been experimenting with growing crops from the Philippines in Pittsburgh, which is very hard.
Bless, like some of those, the crops of it all, like I'm using air quotes, like some of them were literally like shorter than my finger. Like,
yeah, that's how they start. It's got to start from somewhere.
It really does. And I admire the struggle of trying to get tropical plants to take off here.
It's good to figure it out, you know, and like certain things work, like the water spinach, which was able to grow, and then other things, you know, like you're not going to grow tropical fruit in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, it's hard, but I love when people give it a shot. Like, I mean, and in different ways too. Like it's all an experiment. Like that was an outdoor hilltop space, but like there's other ways to do it too. And he's really been like doing the thing, trying to figure it out.
Yeah, and he's been doing tons of pop-ups, and he has a space on the north side in Deutschtown and should be opening probably in the spring. It's always so hard. You know, the thing that I would like to see most in 2026 and moving forward is restaurateurs not having to wait 3 years to get through all the process of inspections and permitting and everything. It's like, can we find a way to do this in a way that's like very safe and make sure that no one's cutting corners? Because that's also important. Like, it's not to say that inspections and permitting aren't important, because they are.
Yes.
But can we find a way to do this so someone isn't like, oh man, we were ready to open, but like we didn't have one drain, and now no one's going to come back for 6 months.
It's so funny you say that. As we're recording this, our new mayor, Corey O'Connor, is about to like have a press conference to talk about like making permitting and the process easier here in town. I have no idea if it's going to be applicable to restaurants, but like that would be fun if you just spoke that into existence.
Yeah, this might be a thing to follow up with. And, if the new mayor's listening.
Yeah.
This is something that when I talk to restaurant owners and people who are launching new businesses, I mean, this really is their frustration.
Yeah.
And this is something where they're like, we're doing all the things the right way, but it's taken forever. And so we can't tell you, I'm like the pest who's always like, when are you opening? When are you opening? When are you opening? I sent you a message. I called you. I don't mean people, I'm not that pesky, but it's like, I'm always curious to know when things are going on. And it's like, but most people are like, we would love to open very soon, but we don't know.
Yeah. And I mean, I think so much of that too, like, I mean, you call it peskiness, but it's also just excitement. Like, it's central to like this community that we get really pumped for new stuff, and we like to celebrate what we love. We're very proud of each other as a people.
Yeah. I mean, it's nice to see that. I mean, it was nice to see in 2025, all these openings. It was nice. And, things ranging from like very big, like
splashy.
Yeah. So we had some like splashy openings in 2025, and imports like F&F Pizza coming here, which was very exciting and like really lived up to the standard. But also these really small places like Tasty Noodles, which is subterranean in Squirrel Hill with a couple. It's a father, mother, and I think he's 23, maybe 24 now, son, who come from Xi'an, who first moved to Syracuse and were like, it's too cold here. And then apparently it's very cold in Syracuse because they're like, Pittsburgh's great. And they're doing all these like hand-pulled noodles, hand-scratched noodles that are amazing. And seeing more and more of that developing too, and seeing all those gaps filled in is really thrilling. And that's something I'd love to see more of right now. And to your point, Sophia, too, like the specificity of saying like, we're from Xi'an, this is the food we make, this is what we're doing.
Yeah.
Come on in.
I feel like in the past few years, too, because I've been here for about 3 years, there's definitely been a lot more like Chinese cuisine that isn't Sichuan, because we have a lot of great Sichuan places. But I'm going to be honest, I can't handle super spicy. So really excited for this. Do you have any recommendations for like specific dishes? Because this has been on my list for a couple weeks now.
So for not spicy dishes there, the tomato and egg noodle, which is a Chinese comfort food dish.
Yes. I have my own very specific recipe for.
Oh.
That one's good. There's a couple of lamb soups, like lamb noodle soups.
Nice. Good for this time of year.
Super great for this time of year, like very filling, beautiful, like that sort of like opaque broth that feels very nurturing with like a little bit of star anise in it. I think stuff like that is really good. And then if you like spicy, they also do have spicy dishes there. But yeah, it's nice to see, in the last year, we've had a Shanghaiese restaurant open. We've had a couple more Sichuan restaurants open, but we're seeing a real...
More dim sum places, too. That's what I love.
More dim sum places would be nice. Yeah.
Yeah. There's like one in Oakland now that I really like, but more.
Yeah. And I think that's, some of that's going to depend on immigration policy and how many people are coming. Because a lot of the Chinese restaurant boom really happened in Pittsburgh because people were coming here with student visas and wanted places to eat. And that allowed for a clientele to build that said like, yeah, we want these dishes. And then that has expanded into a more generalized audience.
Well, and so much of that comes from like a sense of nostalgia, right? Like you start going to a place when you're young and you just keep going. Like, and if anyone branches off, like as you've talked about a lot, like a chef goes somewhere else, then you try them. Like the family just keeps growing. But if we can't bring in new young people, then like that doesn't continue.
Yeah. I mean, we want people to come here and get excited for food that they love and share it with us. That happened in the last couple of years with Uzbek restaurants.
Yes.
With people it's really started with people who came here and were driving trucks and ride shares and delivery and needed something on the go and wanted food that they knew and loved.
You put me on to, what is it? Cafe Samarkand?
Cafe Samarkand, yeah.
Yeah, okay. In the South Hills.
Yeah, which is like, I mean, and that place was amazing too, because it was a family had settled here and then they brought their dad over. And he was, according to him, a very famous anesthesiologist in Uzbekistan. I don't doubt it, because this dude is like so curious and so smart. Okay. And he is, going back to this idea of service and hospitality in a way that's not too cloying, but like very warm. Like, this dude is just like the greatest front of house presence. And he's able to, kind of like joke with the boys who came in and then explain to people who are new to Uzbek food what they need to know. And I love that. I love that space.
Nice. For Uzbek food, I also really want to go to Piola. I think it's in Mount Washington. I've been to Trikana, same owners. Trikana is delicious, but I think Piola is like a little nicer, more sit down. So I'm saving that for a special occasion in 2026.
It's out in Mount Lebanon, and that restaurant is fun too. And they did a really nice job of making that dining room really beautiful.
I've seen the photos. Yeah. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, and I mean, we talked about these on the show before, but like some of the splashy ones, I guess, would be like, Hey Babe, One by Spork, like a little bit, I think fancy is an appropriate word for that. Like One by Spork is just so expensive.
Yeah, I mean, I would say Hey Babe kind of fits into that more, like it's nice and upscale, but it's approachable. It's a place that you could pop in. I think something that we might see, which I think Hey Babe and Spirit Pizzeria and maybe some other places are places that you go to for a hang.
Yeah.
So it's not like we got to make a reservation. We have to like make this a big thing. It's like, what are you guys doing in like an hour? That's, I think, something that like I want to see more of. And I know it's something that Spirit's trying to do with their pizzeria or their restaurant, which is more than just pizza. And Hey Babe is sort of like that too, where you can go in, you can get a light meal, you can get a full meal, you can go on a date, but you could also just go and like sit at the bar and hang out and get a snack or not,
Yeah, I would argue Pom Pom is maybe like kind of in that vein too. Like it's a little bit fancier, but that bar space is so big that you can really just kind of saddle up.
Yeah, I think, it's interesting with that one because I think it's sort of billed as a place that is like a special occasion place, but I think it's actually better served in a lot of ways as a place where they have a great drinks program. They have a great desserts program that's there too.
Yeah, and you can walk around back there. At least you could when it first opened. I hope that's still a thing. But like the pastry chef area, like you can watch it a little bit and it's really neat.
I didn't realize their desserts were really good. It's hard to find a place where like the desserts match the food.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's and so I think maybe that's going to be something that happens too is, you're not just going to one place in a night, right? So maybe you're starting at Hey Babe and you're getting a cocktail, some snacks or whatever, or burger. And then you walk over to Pom Pom and have dessert and another drink and then call it a night or keep going, go to Kelly's. I don't know. Have a whole night of it.
Yeah. Finish with some mac and cheese. That'll treat you right in the morning.
Yeah.
Well, before we jump off, anything else on your list or that you think people should give a shot and say early 2026?
So the other thing that I'm excited about, which is kind of on that same theme of pop in and enjoy yourself, is Senza, which is from the owners of Bar Marco. They were open for a couple months last year and couldn't quite figure out exactly what they wanted it to be, build on their website as not a restaurant, but had food. And the original partners that Justin and Caitlin, the Bar Marco people, partnered with, moved away. So they're redoing it again. And it's going to provide an experience that has really good wine, which is along the lines of what Bar Marco has. Some small bites.
That perked me right up.
Yeah, and I think it's something that's going to be really exciting for Etna to have over there. And so I think that's, and that should open sometime early this year as well.
Yeah, I'm looking at their social now. It looks like they've had things be open, but it doesn't look like it's legit yet.
Did they have a soft opening that I wasn't invited to?
I don't think so. I think that they did some stuff for the holidays, and we're maybe selling bottles to go.
That makes sense.
Last one, revisits. Anything maybe not new in 2025, not necessarily upcoming, but just a good dang meal that you think people should see in the coming year?
I mean, there's the places that are now beloved, like Epteca, Vet Fisk, Bar Marco, Dish. I just went back to Dish for the first time.
I feel like you're naming off all the places the CityCast team tried to get group meals in 2025.
It's hard with some of those, but it's like, I think now it's show up early, show up late, show up on what is sometimes an off night, call, Oftentimes, like, you might not be able to find a reservation online. This is controversial because some restaurants are like, don't call us. But other places like Dish, if you call, you probably will get a table, or they'll probably be able to set you up at the table in a week or two. So just try to get in, do it that way. So those are like the places that are my perennial favorites. Duo's Taqueria is a place that I just think about like all the time.
Hal, I cannot believe how weird it is for me to hear you say that. Like,
everyone says the food is delicious, but I can't get over it's the Duolingo.
It's the Duolingo owl.
Yeah, I think, I was having
owl in the restaurant.
I would love to see more mascots.
I don't actually want to see the owl. I don't want to think about a bird yelling at me while I'm eating.
I would absolutely go to a mascot dinner. Let's make that happen.
I was at Viva La Vida the other night for a story I'm working on, which is in O'Hara, in that sort of plaza where Altavia is, and Local Provisions. And it was like a Tuesday night, and there were 8 birthday parties. There were sparkles aplenty. And at 3 different points, there was a person in a blow-up dancing shark costume dancing through, and in the best way possible. It was so entertaining that I'm making a friend who has a birthday go with me soon so we can do a birthday party there to see what it is. So, and the food is like good, totally good. So, but yeah, with Duo's, it's like, I was having a conversation with someone about this the other day, that it's like, it does sound very weird, right? And I think a lot of people are like, is this like their, work canteen or whatever? But in the same way,
this is very much for the public.
Yeah. And in the same way that, a restaurant group might have several restaurants, or a hotel might have a restaurant in it. It's just a different way of thinking about it. But it is like, every time I go there, I'm like, man, this is such a incredibly delicious place. Like, their main course chicken dish is one of the top chicken dishes in Pittsburgh. I might write a story called "We Should Eat More Chicken."
Okay.
At restaurants.
A little controversial on the chef crowd.
You know what, though? I mean, there, Fet Fisk, Vivo out in Sewickley, like, there's some good chicken out there. And, like, the handmade tortillas, everything is just, it's incredible. And like, I want to go there all the time. They reduced their lunch hours for winter, and I'm excited. They still have some, but I'm excited for like the full lunch hours to come back as well, because it's like secretly like just an incredible East End lunch.
Secret lunch. Sophia, what about you? Last call. What do you think the people need to know about this year?
The first place I went out to that was new this year was Kyo Matcha in Squirrel Hill. I went January 1st, immediately went back the next day because I love the matcha so much. That's been open for ages. I just hadn't been because it was so busy in the summer. Now I know why. So go now. They have hot drinks in the winter. And then things that are on my list are Nanchang soup dumplings. That's in the south side, just because it's the weather for it. Again, a place I've been meaning to go to, but I won't cross a river. And then also, while I'm in the south side, Café du Jour. That sounds really yummy.
Talk about lesser talked about spots. Café du Jour is great.
Yeah, no, I've celebrated many a birthday. It's funny you bring that up, Hal. We're going to be talking about that tomorrow on CityCast. We'll give a little preview to the people. How would you celebrate a milestone birthday here in Pittsburgh?
I mean, now I'm going to Viva La Vida for the dancing shark, but...
Okay. Well, you will hear more about milestone birthdays tomorrow on CityCast. You can find Hal's amazing reporting at postgazette.com and in our show notes. Hal, thank you as always.
Always a pleasure.
And don't go anywhere. In just a second, executive producer Mallory Falk is going to be on with a sponsored conversation with PA Preferred about how to find agricultural products that are grown and created right here in Pennsylvania.
CityCast Pittsburgh executive producer Mallory Falk here with Russell Redding, the Pennsylvania Secretary of Agriculture for PA Preferred. Can you start by telling me what exactly the PA Preferred program is?
Yeah, first of all, thank you. PA Preferred is our state official brand that recognizes products that are grown here, raised here, processed in Pennsylvania. And it really was our way of recognizing what we do in the state, but more importantly, make sure that the producers got credit for what they were doing in the marketplace and for consumers to find what we do here. It's a very complicated marketplace. This is our official brand. It's a PA Preferred with a keystone, with a check mark, and PA Preferred, easy to identify. But that was the original thought in 2004, and it stood the test of time here for the last 20 plus years.
And what is the best way for people to find PA preferred products and support the Pennsylvania farmers who are, creating these products?
It's changing every day. We've got over 1,000 members in the PA Preferred program. Best thing to do is to go into papreferred.com, right? You can put in the products you're searching for. You can put in your zip code. You can look at your county. That's the easiest way. Then you can sort it by how you want to find the products, right? Or where you're traveling to as an example, or where you shop.
And what are some of the more surprising or maybe unexpected agricultural products that are grown or processed here in Pennsylvania? Like the kinds of things that somebody might not think to look out for a local version of?
Well, we always start with mushrooms. And I say we have 60+% of the mushrooms produced in the United States in Pennsylvania, almost in one county in the eastern part of the state. But you have, fresh cut flowers and greenhouse products. There are some great wood products. Penn's Woods, if you think about Pennsylvania's name, they're all world-renowned Pennsylvania hardwoods or PA preferred. Jams and jellies and preserves from PA. The ice cream, of course, from Pennsylvania. You have all the fiber arts. I mean, anything from alpaca to sheep to livestock, all of that's PA preferred. And of course, just the staples of good maple syrup and apples and grapes and hops. We can go on, but you've got 1,000 options inside PA Preferred.
Pennsylvania maple syrup is one of my favorites.
It's the best.
Yeah. So for anybody who wants to really immerse themselves in local agriculture, I know that the annual Pennsylvania Farm Show is happening January 10th to 17th. The butter sculpture, always a big draw, always a fan favorite. But what else can people expect there this year?
Well, we're proud. We're going to have the PA Farm Show 110th anniversary of the Farm Show. Growing a Nation is our theme. It's America 250. You cannot tell the story of Farm Show of Pennsylvania without talking about the journey of agriculture over the last 250 years. We're going to celebrate that. You're going to see some great sort of special guests that fit the period. We've got a lot of different pop-ups of PA companies and major brands from PA that are going to help us celebrate. The butter sculpture, of course, will be there. The PA Preferred Market Stand, the Culinary Connection. We've got all kinds of critters and kids. Every show ring is going to be full. So you've got 6,000 animals that are going to be there over the course of sort of 8 days, 500,000 people, great food, the food court, PA product. And it really is a moment to sort of both celebrate the moment of agriculture and where we are, but also the history and the journey that brought us here.
Animals and a butter sculpture, what better way to celebrate?
Yeah, that's a good day, right? You get the butter sculpture, 6,000 animals, good food, and a lot of your best friends will be here. So enjoy it.
Well, Russell, thank you so much for being here. Again, you can check out papreferred.com to learn more, and we will have that link in our show notes so that you are just a click away. Thanks for listening.
Thank you.
That is all for today here on CityCast Pittsburgh. You can support us by becoming a CityCast Pittsburgh neighbor at membership.citycast.fm. We will be back tomorrow with more from around the city. We'll talk to you soon.
I don't have any restaurant FOMO. And I often wouldn't go to a soft opening because I feel like in my professional sphere, it's actually a little unfair to the restaurants to go and judge
fair enough.
on what's going on before places are actually open.
I have no doubt that you're eating just fine.
I'm doing okay.